She did so poorly. Many people did much better than her in the primaries. She did very poorly in the primaries. And that's like a poll.
Hello and welcome to TRT World, live from Washington. I'm Kelmany Dukart. Also ahead on the program, a city remembers. Thousands march in Beirut for those killed 1 week ago in a huge explosion. Russia gives regulatory approval for a coronavirus vaccine. President Putin says one of his daughters has already taken it. And Hong Kong media tycoon Jimmy Lai is released on bail in the most high-profile arrest since China's new security law went into effect. We begin here in the U.S., where just a few hours ago, the U.S. presumptive Democratic nominee Joe Biden announced Senator Kamala Harris as his running mate in the upcoming November election. The California senator is the first Black and South Asian woman to appear on a presidential ticket and was widely considered to be the frontrunner for the Democratic VP. Well, the former California Attorney General also ran for president last year before dropping out and endorsing Biden. Well, in Biden's announcement on Twitter, he said, quote, "I have the great honor to announce that I've picked Kamala Harris, a fearless fighter for the little guy and one of the country's finest public servants, as my running mate." Let's get more on all of this from Yasmin El-Sabawi, who's tracking these developments just outside of Washington, D.C. here. Yasmin, what kind of a candidate is Biden bringing with him in his quest for the White House?
Someone who's going to make history, and he certainly did that very deliberately. Kamala Harris becomes only the third woman to be nominated to be vice president in this country. The first was Geraldine Ferraro in 1984 with Walter Mondale. Of course, President Reagan won that election. And then in 2008, Sarah Palin, along with John McCain and President Barack Obama and Joe Biden, won that election. Kamala Harris has built up a brand over the last couple of years of being a tough questioner, very much coming across as the prosecutor that she is, especially in Senate committees where President Trump's nominees are in the hot seat, his nominees for Attorney General or his nominees for the Supreme Court. Kamala Harris was—
Hi there, Rob. This is the gallery in Istanbul. Can you hear me?
Before becoming the Attorney General for the state of California, and that's pretty.
Can you hear me, Rob?
I can hear you. Yes, sir.
I mean,
Hi there. Sorry, I didn't hear a reply. We're going to be with you in about 2.5 minutes.
Okay. Thank you.
Sends a signal that
Thank you. I'll keep you updated at 2.5 from now.
In that sense, and of course, Joe Biden also looking to energize his base and really keep up with the way the Democratic Party is heading by choosing a woman who is also a woman of color.
All right. Thanks, Yasmin. Well, Courtney Keeley has more on President Trump's reaction.
Well, basically what he said many, many times about Kamala Harris, the senator, is that she was nasty. She was nasty towards now Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh during his approval hearings. He was nasty. She said she was nasty to Joe Biden while campaigning. He also said that she dropped out. Well, he said that she didn't do well in the primaries, and that's why he was surprised that he picked her. But let's listen to what he had to say exactly right here.
So I was a little surprised that he picked her. I've been watching her for a long time, and I was a little surprised. She was extraordinarily nasty to Kavanaugh, Judge Kavanaugh then, now Justice Kavanaugh. She was nasty to a level.
Hi there, Rob. Me again. Can I just confirm that you are in Bethany Beach?
Yes, that is correct.
Wonderful. Thank you.
All right. And I won't forget that soon. So she did very poorly in the primaries, and now she's chosen. So let's see how that all works out.
Well, as most women will say, they don't like to be held in any regard.
Just to confirm, Rob, Bethany Beach in Delaware, is that correct?
Yes, Delaware, yes. Yep.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you.
You got it right.
As well, but his point was—
I Googled it, I'm not going to lie.
He was surprised that former Vice President Biden picked her.
Just wanted to make sure that it was the right Bethany Beach. I'm assuming there's a few knocking around.
place
no
because
worries.
she had a lack of funding. And then she was criticized that her platform was too progressive, but by March she was firmly behind Vice President Joe Biden. There's a big picture of them hugging that's circulating on social media now. And also what President Trump said was that he didn't think that Kamala Harris was very good, but he thought Joe Biden was not nearly as good as her. And he also then went on a complete conspiracy tangent, saying that it was Obama and Biden who somehow
Stand by,
spotted
Rob,
his
coming to you
campaign
now.
on him after he was elected, which is patently untrue.
All right, let's get more on this from Rob Arlett, who is the Trump 2020 campaign chair in Delaware. He joins us now live from Bethany Beach. Rob, really great to have you back. You know, for everything that anybody can say about Kamala Harris's track record and the pros and cons, she does have a few things going for her. One, she's somebody that is going to be seen as appealing to moderates and independents. And in another, when we see historic protests throughout this country and calls for ending racism in America, she's certainly somebody that's going to appeal to voters in that sense. As part of the Trump campaign, what are you watching out for with a candidate like Kamala Harris on the VP ticket?
Well, it's great to be with TRTWorld, and I appreciate the opportunity to share with your audience tonight. I think it's very simple. Kamala Harris is a failed candidate with respect to presidency. She has a record of failure as a U.S. Senator out of California. And I think it proves that Joe Biden has lost touch with the American people and the mainstream American people. Let's be honest. We all know that Joe Biden has a difficulty putting a sentence together. So his pick as a vice president is really, really important. She is one heartbeat away from a presidency should they win. I think that's really important for the American people to not forget. She literally will be one heartbeat away from the presidency. And again, her record is not one of success, is not one of peace and prosperity. Let's be honest about her record. So I think that this just proves that Joe Biden is out of touch. And Kamala Harris is not a person of unity. She's been a very divisive. And again, during her candidacy as a president, she called out Joe Biden as a racist. So therefore, I think we all should agree with her that Joe Biden is a racist. He has a proven track record and a record of racism, as she called out on stage in one of the debates. And so let's be honest who he has chosen. And it's not somebody who should be one heartbeat away from the presidency should they win.
She was seen, Rob, as somebody that was tested during the primaries, despite the fact that she had a failed candidacy and endorsed Joe Biden. She was actually seen as one of the more safer choices. Would you have liked to see Biden? I mean, what would have been a more worrisome choice for the Republican Party platform as a VP nominee for Joe Biden?
It's a great question. And I had predicted actually 2 weeks ago today that Kamala Harris would be his choice. I'm on record of stating as such, and today Joe Biden proved my prediction to be accurate. I think somebody like a Michelle Obama would have been somebody that could have been very fearful of winning and being an advocate and being a supporter of Joe Biden. But again, Kamala Harris is not that person. She cannot unify the Democrat Party. She cannot unify the American people to get behind their platform. Their platform is not one of unity. Their platform is not one of peace and prosperity. Again, Kamala Harris, has she come out publicly to denounce all of the destruction and destroying of our cities through these nothing more than just it's been destruction of America. Let's not forget what's been going on. The daily riots has been going on. Has she denounced these riots and destruction of small businesses, specifically in minority cities? I don't think she has. So she is not one that can bring prosperity to the minority communities, not like President Trump has done. President Trump has brought prosperity and has brought peace and is demanding law and order throughout the land. Again, we are a nation of law and order, and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are not that couple. They are not that ticket at all.
All right. Rob Arlett, the Trump campaign chair for 2020 there in Delaware. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Well, UN humanitarian
Thanks, Rob. You're off air.
mobilize
Thank you.
efforts around the world to bring in aid